say this when this question was asked to me a couple of years back, and I'll say it again. That one, somebody asked me, Abhinav, if you had a wish, what would you wish for? And I said that I wish I was 24 and I had all the wisdom that I have right now.
Welcome everyone to Udyog Shaastra, showcasing the stories of inspiring and ambitious entrepreneurs. This is your host Yasmin Khan, and today I am truly elated to welcome incredible, charismatic, and super talented co-founder of money transfer company Eko, Mr. Abhinav Sinha. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Yasmin, to have me over in your show.
Yes. Uh, Definitely, this session is going to be super interesting as we have Mr. Sinha with us, a very passionate entrepreneur. So, starting with my very first question and the very obvious question, we would love to know your journey of entrepreneurship from Oracle to 6D and now Echo.
Yeah, thanks for asking that question. It's been a very long time. I passed out from my engineering college in 2003. I passed out from Birla Institute of Technology, Mesra in Ranchi. I was lucky enough to get myself a job at Oracle India Private Limited, which was based out of Hyderabad. Had an absolutely fantastic 2-year experience there in Hyderabad. And I then joined a startup called 6D Technologies. It is started by Abhishek, who's also my elder brother, and is also my co-founder at Eko. Abhishek had started 6D along with one of his friends called Abhilash. So the two of them were co-founders at 6D. And at 6D, we used to make products and services and sell it to mobile network operators within the country and outside. And I had the privilege of building and kickstarting one particular project which was called electronic recharge. And Yasmin, if you would recall, early in 2000, when one would want to recharge one's phone, you would actually have to go to a retail outlet, buy a scratch card, scratch a scratch card. It had a 16-digit number. You probably had to SMS that number to get yourself a recharge.
And if the number vanishes, the whole card is just wasted.
Sure. The whole card is wasted, right? And but if you walk into the retail stores now to recharge your phones, you will see that all you have to do is go to the retailer and say, hey, recharge my phone for 100 rupees, 58 rupees, 62 rupees, 123 rupees. So it's any denomination can get recharged. And it is not subject to the physical availability of the scratch card. So if you look about, so we built this product which was so prepaid telephony was working on scratch cards, and we kind of made the electronic version of it, which is called the electronic recharge, which was a revolution which the entire world was witnessing in late 90s as well as early 2000, and India was not any different, and rather it was riding that wave significantly. And we had the opportunity within 6D to build this platform which converted a mobile network operator which was running on scratch cards to electronic recharge. And I had this privilege of deploying this in Muscat and speaking to a couple of operators in Saudi Arabia, in Bangladesh, in Indonesia, Malaysia, and quite a few places. A lot of learning happened. And it gave both Abhishek and me the insight that what prepaid telephony did to mobile penetration in India. Imagine if a similar technology could be used to banking, and we believe that that could actually make banking available to hundreds and millions of people across the country. And this is way back in 2007-8. So the banking penetration at that time in India was significantly different than what it is in 2021. And with that motivation, we kind of exited out of 6D and started Eko with the mission to increase the penetration of basic banking services amongst low and moderate Indians within the country. That was really the mission. We continue to do that even after 14 years. There have been multiple pivots, obviously, with so many years gone by. There have been multiple pivots that the company has done over the last 14 years. But eventually, we are still working with the same broad mission to increase the penetration of basic banking services, financial services being more inclusive to the low and moderate income people. Just to give you, where the way we look at the market today is, we partner with, our mission statement today is to empower sellers to scale their business and access formal capital for the first time. And what we've realized is that there are about 300 million people who need access to basic financial services, access to capital, access to many digital products and services. And we believe that within this cohort of 300 million Indians, there are enterprising lots who will become entrepreneurs to actually become the agent or the seller, which will take the financial services or many other digital products and services to the rest of the consumer segment, right? So, the way the business works today is, imagine, so one cohort of our sellers are also retail outlets. So imagine a pharmacy who is a pharmacy in, let's say, in Gurgaon, it could be in Patna, it could be in 100 kilometers off Patna. And imagine a pharmacy who is doing his pharmacy business for the walk-in customers. And once this pharmacy signs up as a seller on Eko's platform, they are able to sell certain kinds of products and services which are available on our platform to their walk-in customers. And these products and services would mean cash in services for their walk-in customers into their bank account, cash out services for the banking for the customers who are coming there, selling a small health insurance, selling a two-wheeler insurance, doing electricity, water bill payments, doing mobile recharges, and many other services. Now we are also talking to many entertainment companies, where we are talking to many education brands who wish to kind of increase the penetration of their products and services into our customer segment. And basis the selling that the seller does on our platform, we are able to generate a lot of transactional as well as engagement data for these sellers, and we are able to help them grow their business by further providing them access to capital in order for them to further grow their business. So, so think about this as a network of 300,000 sellers who have serviced close to about, I think, about anywhere between 3.5 to 4 crore individuals within the country. So we build a network of sellers who further provide assistance to access of digital financial services and other kinds of services to a larger number of their customers. And in the process of making these services available to the larger community, we are also able to underwrite them very, very efficiently and give them access to capital, which again kind of increases their ability to scale their enterprise.
Okay.
So, so it's been a long journey of 14 years, and I'm happy to share that, it's been a very, very learning experience, and happy to share that, that Eko has managed to definitely make an impact to the lives of both the sellers as well as the customers of the sellers that sellers end up servicing.
Yeah, amazing journey. I was about to ask this only, like, how is the functions and all, and you have, just answered all this, my doubts and all. So I would now just like to know some technical aspects of Eko, like not the deep technical terms, but what is the basic technology and how the step-by-step things Eko function.
Sure. Yasin, what we do is we advertise to sellers. So we understand what kind of sellers log into or want to sign up to Eko's platform. We use multiple digital platforms to advertise them. We kind of prospect them through digital mediums, and we are able to get them to download our app and sign up on our app. As soon as they sign up on our app, we are able to digitally train them in terms of how to use that app to make a business and enterprise for themselves. Now, let me give you an example. One of the most popular service is the cash out service. So especially in these tough times of COVID, both the central government as well as the state governments have done a lot of direct benefit transfers to people across the country to support them during these tough times financially, right? Now think about it. People who are getting these direct benefit transfers in far off villages need to access their cash. There is scarcity of ATMs in the urban centers. What do you think is happening in rural areas where all the money is being sent, right? So what happens is that enterprising people in rural India sign up to Eko and become sellers on Eko's platform. And once people get their direct benefit transfers directly into the bank accounts, individual citizens in the country walk into people who have signed up as sellers on Eco's platform, and sellers on our platform are able to give them cash out services. Now, this service is one of the most popular service and is built on a payment product built by NPCI called Aadhaar Enabled Payment System. It's called AEPS, where customers actually walk into or meet the seller. The seller is equipped with our app and a small biometric device where people actually give their biometric a thumb impression. And because every Aadhaar is mapped to a bank account in our country, we are able to debit the bank account, give the money to the person who wanted the cash out services through the seller. So I hope I'm not making it technical, but simple services, simple services where people need assistance, and there's a massive need for access, providing assistance and access for basic banking services.
True. So we have got the basic idea of Eko, and thank you for that. Moving forward, starting from 2007 to now, how is the people response for Eko graph wise? How does it grow? And does Digital India campaign, which was launched by our Prime Minister, made any changes to your company and the response for your company?
Yeah, absolutely. So, let me take the first part of the question. Imagine in 2007, if I would have asked a person in Delhi to walk into a retail store to open a bank account, or walk into a retail store to do a ATM transaction, nobody would believe me, right?
Nobody.
But these are very, very popular ways that the country has progressed in increasing the reach of financial services to low and moderate people in this country. And like I said, Eko has serviced close to about 4 crore individuals in the last 14 years, and the entire community of companies like us, this number could be 3 times or even more than what I'm sharing, right? So it is certainly the acceptance of services that we provide has certainly increased many folds over the last 14 years. That's the answer to your first question. As far as the second question of Digital India is concerned, certainly, for example, think about it. When I started Eko, there was no smartphone, there was no access to data, there was no IMPS, there was no AEPS, there was no UPI, right? We all talk about UPI and fantastic stuff that has happened. By the way, even Aadhaar was not there. Right? So all the progress that the country has done, whether it was setting up of the NPCI, whether launching of IMPS is concerned, APS is concerned, UPI is concerned, I think all of these have fundamentally changed the way we used to think of scale of payment services, of basic banking services in 2008 versus what we plan and think about these things in 2021. These have significantly changed. So what Abhishek and I and some of our peer entrepreneurs thought in 2006-7 is certainly a reality in 2021, which has given access to basic financial services, small insurance products to many Indians. And by the way, even despite the fact that I'm sharing that we have scaled, we are still at the tip of the iceberg for a country like India. We've serviced 4 crore, we could have serviced 40 crores in this country. And so there is a scope to kind of scale 10 to 20 times even right now after working hard for the last 14 years. And all the technology and all the digital progress that the country has made has been significant backbones or significant infrastructure that have got created, that today Eko and other fintech is riding to make sure that the user experiences to access financial services get better across the country.
And definitely it is going to happen because in 2007 and your visions are turning into reality now, in not that much extent which you feel, and definitely you are going to do that, I hope. So moving towards my next question, I would love to know, like you have your partners with you, and on from Echo platform, people are generating their own business and earning into lakhs, right? So I
That's
would
correct.
like to know about them, like how is the response, and then how are they earning now, and like the entire some kind of summary of that partners, and you have created own competitors from your own platform. So your view on this.
So, see, couple of things. One is, like I said, we enable sellers who are there on a platform
Hmm.
to build an enterprise for themselves, right?
Right.
Now we are touching about 300,000, 3 lakh sellers on our platform, and I am very happy to say that we have a very diverse set of people who participate on our platform.
Hmm.
We are, before COVID, 70% or maybe 80% of Echo's network was restricted to metros and tier one cities in the country.
Hmm.
But post COVID, which is like, or like through this last 12 to 18 months, at least about 50 to 70% of sellers who have signed up on Echo's platform have been in tier 2 cities and downwards. So right from tier 2 cities to a tier 6 city or a village is where people have signed up. So it's a sign of the fact that there is humongous need to digitize, or the desire to digitize, desire to participate in formal businesses
Hmm.
for entrepreneurs in tier 1, tier 2 cities, as well as way down in tier 5, tier 6 cities as well. So one is we are fairly diverse when it comes geographically. From a profession point of view, one of the biggest cohort of sellers pre-COVID used to be retail outlets, and within retail outlets, we were very popular with retailers who sell smartphones, people who do recharge services. We were also popular with pharmacy stores. We were also popular with hardware stores. We were we were reasonably popular with groceries as well. And what we've seen over the last 15, 16 months is that we have started, for example, cab drivers have taken up to signing up of Echo. Food delivery people have signed up to Echo. College going or just passed out boys and girls out of college in small towns are signing up to Echo. And when we kind of look back as to why so many different kinds of individuals are also signing up to Echo, what we've realized is that COVID has also affected everybody very significantly,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
The growth of formal and informal jobs very unfortunately has also declined over the last 12 to 18 months. I
Hmm.
picked up an article recently which said that the economy has grown fairly steeply in the last quarter, which is fantastic. Everybody wants it, and so because there was a decline in formal job creation, for informal job creation, both, we saw that lot many individuals also signed up to Echo's platform. So I'm happy to share that we are a company which is, or the product is diverse enough to consume both retailers as well as individuals. We are able to encourage them to start enterprises. Our test is that the promise is that they are able to make reasonable amount of money for Echo to be relevant for them, and I think we've been able to deliver to certain extent on that promise, because of which we see a very constant increase in the number of sellers who are signing up to Echo's platform. And I'm also very happy to share that we have, over the last couple of years, we have been experimenting with underwriting sellers, giving them credit, and we have disbursed over maybe about 2,000 crores of credit through
Wow.
into our seller network for them to increase their business. So it's been a definite. So we've definitely made an impact to the lives of sellers, and we continue to do so in days to come.
Yeah, after this COVID, definitely every individual, from small to a big, kind of people, everyone needs some side business, and that is the realization that we can't, just stay at one income. And this is Eco platform, I think so, is generating that side business for some people and the side income, and that's a great thing, sir. And and that is the thing I was about to ask only, that how you have helped the people in COVID, and you have answered it. So, moving to my next question, I would like to know, so what are the major difficulties you have faced in the entire entrepreneurship journey of Echo?
Oh, this is a big question. Difficulties. I think building an enterprise that has lasted 14 years, and the ambition is to continue for another 14, 15 years. I think there's a lot of personal as well as organizational learning, right? As far as difficulties are concerned, I think I wouldn't call them difficulties, but I would rather like to turn your question into learnings. And
Sure, you're learning.
one learns a lot about how to build a very good team. How do you make
Hmm.
sure that you hire and retain very, very, very good talent? The problem that we are trying to solve in this country, which is to increase the business for sellers and give them credit who do not have a lot of banking history, is a tough problem to solve in our country, right? And we are
Right.
here to motivate absolutely the best of talent that we can attract and retain them, so that this huge challenge within the
Hmm.
country can be solved for. So building a team, retaining a team, motivating a team has certainly been a huge learning. Over the last 14 years, we have experienced that, technology, for every 2 3 years, there's a massive shift in technology. We went from feature phones to smartphone. We've gone to desktops to smartphones. There was no UPI, IMPS, AEPS, NPCI, Aadhaar when I started. So we had to
You
change to all of these things, that all the innovations that have happened. Aadhaar was such a fantastic thing that has happened in this country, has given access to so many people. We've seen the back of, we saw the launch of GST that impacted business both positively and negatively. We saw how a policy like demonetization
Hmm.
can be disruptive in both ways, right? In good ways as well as, where it makes the life of some of the people tough. COVID was such a huge learning experience, because think about it. Most of our sellers were retail outlets when COVID happened,
Hmm.
and they relied on Echo as a source of very significant revenue for them every month. And now they were not able to open their outlets. A lot of
Yes.
people, because of nationwide lockdown, couldn't go to the retailers to get their
To
access
get
to
the
basic financial
service.
services.
Yes.
So it's been huge learning. It's been absolutely huge learning over the last 14 years. And my only message to all the viewers and all the fellow entrepreneurs who would see this conversation is that, we should always have a very open mind in terms of change. It is easier said than done. That, we should always expect a new technology shift to happen in the next in every 2 3 years. We should expect business models and operating models to change every 2 3 years. So, as entrepreneurs, as business people who are building businesses, we should always be very cognizant of the fact that what's working today may not
Hmm.
work in 2 years time.
Work tomorrow.
Because that's the speed at which technology and businesses are changing this right now.
Yeah, definitely. This COVID had taught us many things. Who we have never thought we will work from home, or we as a media people will take interviews online, and this is getting so normal. Adding up to that, now I would like to
Absolutely.
know your mantras of your life or your career life you followed strictly, and this and that mantra is behind your success story. So any three mantras you want to share?
By the way, we don't consider ourselves as success. I think it's a journey, and there's a I think we are less than 50% done. So I think there's a long story out there that we would definitely want to execute. Again,
It
I
will definitely,
wouldn't
yeah.
in my mind. I would in my mind, I don't see these as mantras, but there are three virtues that I have personally learned over the last 14 years, and I would like to share. It is patience, hard work, and perseverance. And I tell everybody that, what entrepreneurship taught me was how to work hard, how to be patient despite working very hard. Right? Results don't come very quickly, and to have the perseverance to see it through. And these are three things that anybody who comes to me as to what are the three things to learn, I would always repeat: patience, hard work, and perseverance.
Okay, that is great. And the patient thing is absolutely, which I also believe I have generated in myself. I was a very impatient person, but now with
Fantastic.
learning things, I have, understood that the main and the most important thing is to be calm and be patient. Everything will come on its time. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
I would now like to know your future plans, like where, as you told me, like before, but specifying your future plans for Echo. What are the new things you think you are going to get, and other things? Yeah.
Sure. So, like I said, planning beyond 2-3 years, I think is futile. Things change,
Okay.
but
Mm-hmm.
but for the next 2-3 years, like I said, our network of sellers is about 300,000 people strong. Over over the next 2 to 3 years, we will definitely want to scale it from about 3 lakh 3 lakh sellers on our platform right now to about 15 million, which is about 1.5 crores. That's a very steep increase that we are
Right.
wanting to get to. Uh, Secondly, we are very keen that we are able to increase the access of capital, access of credit to these sellers significantly over the next 2 to 3 years. My co-founder often says that India is the entrepreneurship capital, and we are smart enough to get started, but very few of us are lucky enough to have access to capital to grow our enterprise. And Echo definitely wants to enable a lot of sellers to start their enterprise, scale their enterprise. And one of the most critical things there is to have access to capital at the right time and at the right amount that you want, right? And we are very keen that over the next 2-3 years, we scale our seller network and also provide them significant access to capital to scale their enterprise. That's really broadly what we want to do in the next two
Yeah.
to 3 years.
And wishing all my luck for you. So,
Thank you so much.
now it's a kind of some personal question, like who is your inspiration in life, which you think like now also you that keeps you going and will keep you going in future also. So, who is your inspiration? I would love to know.
Oh, this is a very, very difficult question. As far as inspiration is concerned, I think we draw inspirations from a lot of people, and not taking any significant personality names. I think the best, at least from my side, the best inspirations are taken from people that we kind of meet on an everyday basis. I have learned
Okay.
a lot from my co-founder, also my elder brother. He's been a great inspiration to actually get me onto entrepreneurship. There's
Entrepreneurship.
been there have been certainly many colleagues through these 14 years who have inspired me to get up every day and work hard to make sure that we continue to scale Echo. And not naming a few, but there've been plenty who kind of joined our hands right in the beginning in 2008, 2009, which was tough, right? At that point in time, we were going out to these people and saying that we want to increase the access to of financial services, banking services to low and moderate income people in the country, and we will do this by using retail outlets as a distribution channel where no precedence and no regulation existed, and they believed in us, and they
Yeah.
joined Echo, and they put in their time, and they spent many years with us with this problem statement. And so got many inspiration from those people. So yeah, I think
Great. Yeah,
I'm a
I got.
person. We are definitely, there are definitely many things to learn from exceptional global leaders, but we don't have, apart from having access to their books to read or experiences to read. I think I genuinely find inspiration in some of the people that we work on a day-to-day basis, and I think that gives me a lot of motivation and courage to kind of continue to do what I do on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's a great thing, sir. And I really liked your perception. And So moving to my very last question, of this session, as you have given us the message previously only, but again, just ending up with the formal question which I always wanted, like your message to the all the upcoming startups, all our audience watching this interview, and who aspires to be entrepreneur in future. So your message to our audience.
Um, I used to say this when this question was asked to me a couple of years back, and I'll say it
Hmm.
again. That one, somebody asked me, Abhinav, if you had a wish, what would you wish for? And I said that I wish I was 24 and I had all the wisdom that I have right now. And so what I mean to say here is that, as a country, I think there are just phenomenal problems that we face. Right? One of the problems that Echo identified was financial services. But think about it: there is clean energy to be solved for in this country. There is education to be solved for in this country. There is access to food, water. There's such great problems to be solved for in this country. And I would encourage and request all the great minds, youngsters, getting out of absolutely the premium colleges, who are the best minds in this country and who are around 23, 24, to absolutely jump into entrepreneurship, because that's the age to start off. Like, at least my experience, that we don't get it right the first time. All of us need a little bit of trial and error before we start to get our enterprise right. And so I would only encourage youngsters within the country to start their enterprise as soon as possible. Not that uh, not that entrepreneurship cannot get started at the age of 40 or even beyond, but I think the energy, the youth, the energy, and the amount that one can sweat out in mid 20s is way better than mid 40s. So I
Yeah.
would
So
only
you
encourage people to get started as soon as possible.
Yeah, so you definitely believe in early bird catches the worm. So as early,
Absolutely, as early.
so I hope so. With this, I hope you like our conversation, and it was great having you here. And you inspired us a lot, and I got some new perceptions in terms of your personal things, your professional things, and it was great having you here. And I hope you also like the conversation.
Absolutely enjoyed the conversation.
Yes. So, guys, you can just check out our interview at our YouTube channel, that is SMEVenture. You can even check out at Facebook, Twitter, and other social media site. And for future interviews, please do like, share, follow SMEVenture for more such videos. And please also you can follow Echo on websites, and you can check out the app on the Play Store, right, sir? So
Absolutely.
with this, I am signing out. This is your host, Yasmin Khan. And again, thanking Mr. Sinha. And with this, thank you.
Thank you, Yasmin.